Hi, in this session we'll be installing MySQL for the relational database management system we'll be using throughout this course. And the reason why we are using MySQL is because it is a fairly robust system and it is also free. At least it has a free version of it. So if you already have a favorite relational database management system and you know how to use it, then you could continue with that while we continue with MySQL in this course. Otherwise, just join me with MySQL. So let's go ahead and download it first. So we are at the Downloads section of MySQL Development Zone and we select the MySQL Community Server, which is the free version of MySQL. And then we choose the operating system on which we want MySQL installed. I'm using Microsoft Windows, so I'm going to select that. And then choose the MSI installer version, as it makes the installation and configuration of MySQL quite simple. And then choose the non-web version of the MSI installer. And then we simply skip to downloading MySQL. Now, I've already done that to save us some time, so I'm not going to do that again. And here's the download, so let's just install it. It might take a while, but it should not take too long. Install MySQL products, accept the license terms, skip any check for updates. Then we're going to choose the server only option here and not the developer default because it is going to install other things with MySQL as well. You could go ahead and do that if you want to, but I'm going to choose the server only option here just to install MySQL server. Now it's asking us for the config type and we are going to keep it to development machine, and MySQL is going to run on this particular port on your system. And it's asking us for password, so I'm choosing password for password, simple. So root is the user here and password is the password. And MySQL is going to run as a service on your operating system, and the name of the service will be MySQL 5.6. And if you do not keep this checkbox checked, then you will have to start this MySQL 5.6 service every time you want MySQL started. It's doing the configuration, and that's it. It's been installed and configured. Congratulations. Now, the first question is, now that you've installed MySQL on your computer, how do you get inside MySQL? Well, for that, you've been given a command line client by MySQL you could use to get inside your MySQL. And if you remember your password correctly, for me it was password, there you go. Now I have entered the MySQL Relational Database Management System. And now I can create as many databases in it. So let's go ahead and try it. There you go. What I have done here is that I have created a database called Bookstore, and then I started using it, and then I created 3 tables in it: the publisher table, the book table, and the chapter table. Now, if you're like me, then you might not like working with this command line client, and you'd rather like a more visual and user-friendly client for MySQL to browse and manage your databases and tables in them. And a MySQL gives us a MySQL workbench for that very purpose. But it's a lot more than that, and we are not going to use it for now. We are going to use a fairly lightweight MySQL client called HDSQL instead. So let's go ahead and download it first. And I have already downloaded it to save us some time, so I'm not going to do it again. And here is the download, so let's just install it. And it should not take any time at all. There you go, the folder is already there. I will just have a desktop icon, nothing else. And there you go. Now all you have to do here is enter your username and password and choose the port for MySQL and choose the database you want to get into. And you can also give a name to this session if you like. And you could also get into 2 or more databases at the same time by having a semicolon between the names of the databases you want to get into. There you go. You could have a look at these databases and the tables in them, and also the data inside them, and you can manage them as well. And if you want to add a column to the publisher table, you could do that as well. There are so many. Now, while we are at it, let's also download the JDBC driver for MySQL, which is required for a Java application to connect to MySQL. So again, we are at the Downloads section of MySQL Developer Zone, and we select the MySQL connectors. And we need a connector for Java, so we are going to choose connector J here. And then we select the platform independent option, which will give us a jar file inside this zip archive. And then we simply go ahead and download it. I have already done that to save us some time, so I'm not going to do that again. And here's the download. So congratulations, we've got MySQL installed and configured, and we've got a client installed for it too. And we've also got JDBC driver of MySQL to connect the Java application to MySQL.